Oh, come on.
I know.
I'll tell you what, if I got into like my car in the mood that I'm currently in and I was like, fuck yeah, Watcher's Diary. Fuck yeah, this will cheer me up. And that's how you fucking greeted me, I'd be pissed.
I know. Well, imagine how I feel.
I can actually. I can put myself in your shoes. And if I put myself in your shoes, there would be only one set of footprints, but it would just be because we were both wearing the same pair of shoes.
Yeah, well, you 2 pairs of shoes, 1 pair of feet. Or
what?
What's the math you're doing?
What?
Hello and welcome.
Your math, we're sharing feet?
No, I was thinking we were the same. Two pairs of feet, 1 pair of shoes.
You
Wait,
said
what
the
you
other.
said?
You said it reversed.
We're off to an incredible start here on the pod.
I love
Welcome to
Kristin
Buffering the
and
Vampire
Jenny,
Slayer.
once
more
married,
spoilers.
now divorced, but
Watcher's
sharing a
Diary.
pair of feet.
Number 17.
You know what, Jenny? Speaking of being married and divorced, my current wife this morning was like, "What are you recording today? Because you only have an hour blocked on the calendar."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, it's a Watcher's Diary." She was like, "Oh, great." She was like, "I really love the Watcher's Diaries." She is a fan. Okay, she's a fan of the Watcher's Diary. She was like, "I love," and she's. What did you say to her?
Our number 1 fan of Auntie.
Our number 1 fan. Well, she listens to My Favorite Murder, and she was like, they have episodes where they just like while out. Yeah. And also I love those. And I was like, yeah, it seems like the people really are into us just fucking chatting, just chit-chatting. So hopefully you are like my wife, listener, and you also like the Watcher's Diaries.
Yeah.
And me. I think she likes me anyway.
But do you think she likes me like a little bit more?
A little bit more, yeah. It's a cross I have to bear. Anyway, you did the introduction over me talking about us sharing a pair of feet.
I'll do it again. Hello and welcome to Buffering the Vampire Slayer, once more with spoilers. Watcher's Diary, number 17. I am the hot co-host, Jenny Owen Youngs.
I'm like crying laughing. Because like we're like 3 minutes in and somehow sharing a pair of feet is like already on the table. I just okay. Yeah, here we are. It's a Watcher's Diary. Jenny, and
that's my co-host and ex-wife, Kristin Russo.
Oh, they didn't notice me here because I'm not hot. So
I guess that means that your connection to the pair of feet that we're sharing should be in the back and I should be in the front. Also, I feel like I started doing like a I'm hot bit, like a deeply sarcastic I'm hot bit that has somehow possibly come to read as that I'm not being sarcastic, but just I think this is a brief moment of clarity.
This is how it starts.
I'm kidding.
This is how it starts, Jenny.
Nothing's starting.
Whew. I was going to say that I have so many emails that I want to read that I was like, I guess we're going to have to delay the next episode because I need another Watcher's Diary to fit them all in. And then I was like, fuck though, because then it'll just beget more emails. And so I'm just in a real conundrum, you know?
Totally. Yeah, been there for sure.
So if I'm not reading your email, it's a great fucking email. It's just
we love your emails, but I have to show Kristin something.
Oh, that's how we're starting? Great.
No, but I'm just talking about the agenda, things that are gonna bump emails from today's agenda. Me having to show you something.
Us sharing a pair of feet.
Us sharing a pair of feet. I have a kind of like a big question for you.
Oh, okay.
And for the listeners, I guess.
Great.
There's a lot. So that could you just slot those in at appropriate junctures?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to start with whatever the hell you want to share.
Really?
With me. Show me.
Wow,
yeah.
I'm so excited. You don't
show me? Like I'm going to look at something?
Yeah, you're going to watch something.
Okay.
Let me state before I direct you to what you are going to watch. I want to let the listeners know about something that I'm not going to make you watch right now. That is a short film written and directed by friend of the pod and one of the original co-hosts of Angel on Top, Brittany Ashley, scored by my current wife, Jess Abbott, with some engineering and production assistance from, no big deal, me.
Wow.
It's called Take Care, and it's currently streaming on shortoftheweek.com, and it stars, among others, Flo from the Progressive commercials.
Incredible.
like you've never seen her before.
Because you don't
no one will let Flo cook because she is the face of progressive.
Yeah. But Brittany Ashley said
let Flo cook.
I'm going to let Flo cook. You don't have to show me that, Jenny, because I'm going to watch it with or without your guidance.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Sure. It's a short, too, so I have a higher likelihood of actually watching the whole thing.
Yeah, it's very low commitment.
Yeah, I love low commitment.
I know I am technically biased because I helped out a little bit and my, the people who made it, or some of them are my friends. But before we even worked on the music for it, just watching it without music, like it really got to me, and I think it'll get to people. So it's Take Care, and you can see it on Short of the Week.
Can't wait.
At the moment. What we're gonna watch together right now is the music video for the Charlie XCX song Von Dutch.
Okay.
And depending on how effusively you react, we'll either leave the full 3.5 minutes of you watching it and commenting in the pod, or you can kind of collect your thoughts and we can delete that part. And
okay, great. Do I need any setup for this? Do I need to know anything? Because I, as you might imagine, know nothing.
Just get past the ads.
Okay, I can do that.
And once you start watching it, you have to watch it. You can't look away. You can't get distracted by a squirrel. You can't blink if you can help it. Just keep your eyes.
Okay, wait. I'm here. There's a naked Charlie XCX on looks like a subway thing. I paused it because I didn't.
You're paused. Okay, we're gonna do a little countdown and we'll hit play
it's her. It's her. The crook of her elbow. And beautiful. Just the CX basically of XCX is showing on the side. Okay, so we did comment throughout. That's a little treat for our patrons. So I mean, or it's a not a treat, and you don't want it, but it's there for you if you do.
This is sort of a Mystery Science Theater 3000 edition of just the Von Dutch music video. You want to summarize your feelings?
I was really into it. I started by explaining to Jenny that this was how I also walked through airports. That changed pretty quickly. I walk through airports ripping my pants off.
Totally.
And sort of like, I'm really in charge of the situation, but I actually don't get dragged through the airport on a Zamboni, and I haven't ever gotten on an empty plane. And I definitely haven't danced on the wing of a plane, but I do have some ambition to do that.
Wow. And do you have any, do you see the path?
Like to get on the wing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard because I think the real path to get on the wing is that there's a plane crash that is safe, like a safe crash, a crash where I just have to exit the plane. That would be the first way to do that. But also, like, if I become best friends with, like, a pilot, maybe the pilot would let me hang out on the wing.
Yeah, I think famously pilots let all their friends get on the wing.
Go on a wing. They give pins. They let babies see the cockpit, and they let other adult friends dance on the wing just for a second.
Yeah, and in my experience, I didn't even have to be friends with them. But if a pilot plays guitar and sees you carrying guitar and like going to like gate check it or whatever, they'll be like, no, put that in my closet.
My first instinct.
What do you got in there?
My first instinct was to be like, Jenny, pilots don't play guitar. Like those two things can't possibly go.
I mean,
together.
Hopefully not at the same time, but
Okay, so were you gonna tell me what this music video was about, or tell me?
Okay, lyrics. Kristin, this is a song that I think we can relate to. In this direction, lyrics from me to you. It's okay to just admit that you're jealous of me.
Well,
yeah, I heard you talk about me. That's the word.
I always wanted to be in the front of the one set of feet.
You're obsessing. Just confess it. Put your hands up. It's obvious. I'm your number one. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So it's like Mariah Carey's Why You So Obsessed With Me, but Charlie XCX. I love it. Great. Yes. Well, thank you for sharing that, Jenny.
You're so welcome. I recently saw this music video for the first time inexplicably. I should have seen it for the first time 2 years ago, but here we are.
Oh, it's 2 years old.
It's from 2024. It's from Brat.
Oh, okay. So then I in my commentary available only to patrons, I said that Charlie XCX had taken some of her dancing on the moving walkway moves from TikTok, but this is 2 years old, so they probably took it from Charlie XCX.
Yeah, I think.
I thought it was new.
So I thought maybe this could be like, this felt to me like spiritually aligned to me showing you Robert and Marcus. So I think that Watcher's Diary, there's just a segment in Watcher's Diaries called Jenny Shows Kristin Something on the Internet.
Okay, great. Can this?
Sorry, it's called Hey Grandma. Okay, and then the subtitle is
great.
Jenny Shows Kristin Something on the Internet.
Perfect. I love that. I love the title specifically of the segment. I was going to say you could call it One Set of Footprints because...
No, that's the real name of the podcast at large.
Okay. I have so many emails and they're all really good, but I don't know if any of them like hold a candle to Charlie XCX spitting on the camera.
Maybe we should have built up to that.
Yeah. maybe should have thought through that. There were a lot of emails on the in the last Watcher's Diary, or actually I think it was in Innocence, when I was like really trying to figure out the Angelus Angel, like Angelus being so bad and Angel being so good, and
people had a lot to say
of it all. So there are many, and I just sort of grabbed a couple. But I'm gonna give you a couple choices to start. Okay. All right. I'm not even going to tell you the titles. I'm just going to give you thematic choices, right?
Okay.
Music. Jenny, you asked for music. I have a couple of emails for you from people recommending music. I have an email or two, I think two on integral.
Yes.
And I also have an email about tracking the moon so that you can better support your werewolf boyfriend. Beau, actually, is the title.
Okay, let's go backwards. Werewolf, integral.
Okay.
The first one that I forgot about already.
Music for you.
Music for me.
Okay. All right. Tracking the moon. This is from Genevieve from San Diego. Hey, Kristin and Jenny, since this episode is all about moon phases, I thought I'd share a tip on how to track them. And Jenny, maybe you know this, but I didn't know this, and I find it really fun. More specifically, it's a tip on how to tell if the moon is waxing, becoming full, or waning, going away from full, just by looking at it.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Does the dip, the bite, being on the right or the left?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Correct. So it says first face whichever horizon the moon is closest to. So that seems important because obviously, right, like if the moon is sort of like going around, then you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sure.
This conversation was made for podcasting.
Number one is called the hand method, which sounds like none of Jenny's business. You hold up both hands. And if am
I turning left or right?
If the curve of the moon matches the curve of your right hand, it's waxing. So I guess that. And if it matches your left hand, it's waning. I like the alphabet method.
I knew it.
I like the alphabet method better. This is the second method. If the curve of the moon looks like the curve in the letter D, it's waxing. If it looks more like a C, it's waning. Both methods work regardless of which horizon you're facing. Oh, you should have said that at the start, Genevieve, because the horizon thing is really what tripped me up. It's very simple, says Genevieve. Great. I've definitely made it
spoken like
simple.
Somebody who's a moonologist.
Yeah. but Genevieve says this is why Giles probably doesn't know about it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how you do it. Hold up, but the curve of the moon matches the curve of your right hand. I don't understand, actually.
The interior curve, right?
But like the D and the C. Oh, I see. D, C. Okay, got it. Never mind. I'm good. It is simple. Okay. You're right.
We got it. We got there.
Thanks, Genevieve. Thank you. Okay.
Well.
Okay. Where was I going next? I was going to...
Integral.
Okay. Oh my God. Incredibly, the first one that I start is also from Genevieve in San Diego. The whole episode is just Genevieve from San Diego.
This episode brought to you by Genevieve from San Diego.
Hi, Jenny and Kristin, but this one's mostly for Jenny. Offering my 2 cents as someone with degrees in linguistics.
2 pennies just for us?
2 pennies just for you, really.
Wow.
As someone with degrees in linguistics and library science and who used to edit for a living.
Okay.
In case you're still feeling uncertain about how to pronounce integral after the surprise Innocence Watches Diary, I second Kristin. Both integral and integral are valid pronunciations when using the word as an adjective, as opposed to a mathematic integral, which I believe is integral. But I'm going to go a step further and offer the advice I give everyone about language. Communication is more important than following the rules. As long as the person you're communicating with understands what you mean, you're doing it right. Pronounce things any way you wish. Become a linguistic anarchist. Jenny hates it. She doesn't like anarchy.
Well, I love Genevieve and I love Genevieve's emails, plural, but it stresses me out when, I mean, I can celebrate the idea that as long as you understand me, we're in a good place, but also, which is right.
Okay, so, and that, I mean, I think that's a reflection on many things. Clary.
Yeah, well, let's not put me under the microscope.
Clary, who's a very tired vet student from Scotland, also wrote in with similar advice, sort of like do what you want is the language thing, and there are 2 sort of schools of linguistics, and Jenny, it sounds like you belong in the other one. There's prescriptive linguistics, which tells us that language is set the way it is and we have to follow the rules. However, I regret to inform you that Clary then I think correctly says, it is, if you will, the Watchers' Council of Linguistics.
Well, surely I can appreciate that language is fluid while simultaneously respecting the scaffolding that we are all hanging our shared understanding upon.
Yes.
You know?
Well, let me tell you the other school, which is descriptivist linguistics, which is based on the idea that language is constantly shifting and evolving. It's a tool that we shape by using it. So I think that's a little bit like, I think that you you agree that it's a thing that's constantly shifting and evolving, but perhaps don't feel like you should be the one that's pushing the boundaries to shift and evolve it, right?
I think also it's probably a case-by-case basis. If I like something that isn't correct, then I would go to bat for it. Versus, like, I love a tool that you sharpen by using it. What a great little bit. But I don't know that it serves anyone for literally to mean now both literally and the opposite of literally.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that's different. I think that the idea is that I mean, yes, and I do that. But like, I think that's different because the idea is that what you're saying is clear. Like, as long as it's understandable, it's okay. And so I would argue that using literally to mean both literally and the opposite of literally is not clear. I like to do it, but I would not agree that that is like necessarily in line with what these folks are saying. I think that they're saying that, like, if I say integral and you say integral, everyone will know, as long as the person we're speaking to knows the meaning of that word, they will understand what we're saying. And so, like, there doesn't need to be a correct pronunciation if both or multiple pronunciations are understandable, right?
All right.
All right. You want some music to listen to?
Yeah.
Okay. I just got a couple recs for you. Leah wrote in and said, my favorite band of all time is called the Deer Hunter, DEAR Hunter. I feel as though you'll resonate with them, especially because they do musical storytelling. The albums are called Acts 1 through 5, and they follow a man named Hunter and the tragedy that is his life. 4 and 5 are probably my favorite albums, but narrowing down to a favorite song is impossible. I would categorize every album as how dare music. So, Jenny, you can put that on your list.
All right.
And then we have another music rec from Kayla. who wrote in and said, as far as hurting, because you really did ask to be hurt, that's from me, Kristin. Lucas Graham, 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And for something cool and different, Ren Hi Ren. Okay. So Ren is the artist and Hi Ren is the song. That's what I wanted to sort because I didn't understand. Jenny, I would like to hear how you're doing on Survivor briefly, but I would also like to tell you that Reb wrote in and said, the subject is, please tell Jenny she doesn't have to watch 10 plus seasons of Survivor before season 50 starts. I'm gonna preface this email by
sit down.
Well, I'm gonna preface it by saying to you, Jenny, that I think that it will not matter to you because you're a completionist. So I think you'll appreciate Reb's efforts here. But
I'm ready.
Yeah, she said, I want you to pass along this info. Starting on February 9th, CBS and Paramount are re-releasing the Survivor episodes you need to watch to get caught up before the new season starts. See the screenshot for details. Jenny should not have to watch 10 plus seasons in the next month. What if she gets sick of it before season 50 even starts?
Too late.
So it looks like February 9th and 10th, 11th and 12th, 13th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 20th. You've got between an hour and 2 hours each of those nights to catch you up.
Yeah. Instead, though, I'm going to keep watching.
Yeah. No, I knew you would. Did we already talk about this? It was before Lost.
Yeah, we talked about this.
We've talked about this? Okay, well.
Numerous times.
In case you didn't know, before Lost season 6, we watched all 5 seasons, and we basically like pushed an air mattress up against a couch with like multiple other people that just stayed over the entire night, and we never stopped watching so that we could complete our task before season 6.
I feel like what you're thinking of is that we watched one season. We watched the preceding season
season 5
because Lost is a 22, I think, episode per season.
Yes,
show.
sorry,
so
I didn't mean that we had watched
one day doing it. It was just one season.
No, sorry. And I knew that in my brain. I did think that we had all watched the other ones together too, and that we still had like many left on this last night. But I think I had watched it because I watched season 5 before I watched anything else. So, yeah, listen, you know. Okay, Jenny, do you have any Survivor updates for us, or are you just like...
I'm watching season 34 right now, which is Game Changers. The best thing about season 34 is that Cirie is back again.
Oh, your favorite?
My absolute favorite.
You said it like so almost monotonously for...
I'm so tired of watching Survivor. Even Cirie can only bring me so high. I just can't wait for it to be over.
You want me to kick you while you're down, Jenny?
Sure.
You actually already know this, but I thought that it would be good to bring into the pod specifically. Anne wrote in with some hell math. Dearest Jenny and Kristin, I have depressing news and some hell math. Phases aired 28 years ago.
Yeah, that was sobering. That was a tough look in the mirror. But somebody in the Discord, somebody brought this up in the Discord and then somebody else responded, but 2016 is 10 years ago, but also 2006 is also 10 years ago.
Yeah,
so I would direct you to that math and say, get off my lawn.
Also, Anne had an additional sentence in this email, which I found interesting, which is sort of in response to the Michelle Branch of it all, because we had talked about Avril Lavigne and Michelle Branch, and we got a few emails about that. But Anne said, I sometimes wonder if Buffy managed to book Michelle Branch just before her career really took off. She released The Spirit Room, which I think was the album that put her on national radio, in August of 2001, and Tabula Rasa aired in November of 2001. I feel like it might have been lucky booking at that time, which I think is a valid theory. Also, what did you say? You had something to show me, and then there was something else.
And then I have a question.
A question. Okay, ask me your question.
Well, before I ask you my question, my question for you. Oh, I did want to say the last season that I finished was Aubrey's first season.
Aubrey.
And if you know, you know. Aubrey is like, at least as far as I can tell, the nerd queen of the Survivorverse.
Oh. Does she love Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
She just has glasses.
Great.
And she's stressed out when she gets there. She's stressed out on the island.
Oh, she's the precursor. Like Aubrey walked so you could run.
Me? No.
You would be like so stressed out, and you're such a nerd. She sounds just like you.
Okay. Anyway.
Are you not a nerd now? You're hot. You took your glasses off.
I'm too hot to be a nerd.
In the corner of like, what are we watching? What are we doing? What are we up to? Obviously, Jenny is simply watching Survivor.
Yes.
So we just watched a movie called is it The Last Showgirl? I think it's The Last Showgirl. It's starring Pamela Anderson. It was so great, and it had a delicious runtime of 90 minutes, which is what helped make it the pick for the night. I was like, well, A, this looks really interesting, and B, it's 90 minutes long. It's Pamela Anderson, and she is, basically it's set in Vegas, and there's this like the last sort of act of its kind of like these showgirls coming out and dancing and doing their splits and like whatever. And it's really powerful. There's a bit about like her as a parent. And yeah, it's just like this beautiful, I don't know. I found it very beautiful and powerful. So I recommend it.
Wow, directed by Gia Coppola, granddaughter of Francis Ford Coppola and niece of Sofia Coppola.
It's really beautifully shot, too. Like a lot of like cool lighting. It's nice to see Pamela Anderson just really doing powerful work, because obviously Pamela Anderson was for so long put in this like bin of she can run and her boobs will bounce, like it's just really, really, and I mean, she can run and her boobs will bounce. Like those things are still true, but it's nice to see her get to like really sink her teeth into a role that has depth, especially at this point in her career. Well, Jenny's been shaking her head about boobs for like a whole minute. Just
none of my business. It's just none of my business.
Boobs in general. I actually famously thought that boobs were your business. A lot of people in the Discord just start saying boobs to see if it will summon you. So I thought they like were your calling card.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. Support for the show comes from OneSkin. We've talked before about why OneSkin really stands out as a skincare company. It's not just hype or fancy packaging, it's real science. The founding team are longevity researchers who asked a deceptively simple question. If many visible signs of aging, like wrinkles, fine lines, and loss of elasticity, are driven by so-called zombie cells, what if you could actually reduce those cells to slow the aging process down, instead of just covering it up? That research led to OS1, OneSkin's proprietary peptide. It's the first ingredient proven to switch off those damaged senescent cells, actually slowing skin aging directly at the source. This is serious science that fits easily into my existing routine, and every time I use OneSkin, every day, I'm giving my skin a clear signal to repair damaged cells, support collagen, and strengthen my skin barrier. I've been using OneSkin Face OS1 every day since they first reached out to us years ago at this point. I started using it not knowing what would happen, and I've continued to use it because I saw real results. Stronger, healthier, smoother skin. Born from over a decade of longevity research, OneSkin's OS1 peptide is proven to target the visible signs of aging, helping you unlock your healthiest skin now and as you age. For a limited time, try OneSkin with 15% off using code BUFFERING at oneskin.co/buffering. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code BUFFERING. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
If you know anything about me, you know that I am not a makeup wearer. I put on some makeup every once in a while if I'm going out, which happens less and less. But the reason that I don't wear makeup is because it usually makes me feel like not myself. Jones Road has a product called Beauty Miracle Balm, however, that I love. You don't have to use brushes. There's not a complicated routine. You just put your fingers in this balm, pop it on your face very lightly, and you go. It just enhances your skin instead of masking it. The other thing that I love is that all of Jones Road beauty products are good for your skin. I also use their moisturizer. Every formula is packed with skin-loving ingredients. It's nourishing your skin instead of clogging it or caking it. It looks and it feels natural, like you're not wearing makeup at all. If you want makeup that brings out your natural glow instead of hiding it, Jones Road is the way to go. For a limited time, our listeners are getting a free shimmer face oil on their first purchase when they use code BUFFERING at checkout. Just head to jonesroadbeauty.com and use code BUFFERING at checkout. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you. It's a tale as old as time. You want to eat better food, you want to eat better in general, but you don't have enough time and you often don't have enough energy to make it happen. I'm with you. Factor doesn't ask you to meal prep or follow recipes. It just removes the whole problem. 2 minutes, real food, boom. In case you're worried that you're failing at healthy eating, you're not. You're failing at having the extra time you need at the end of the night, every night, to cook. Factor has lean proteins, colorful vegetables, whole food ingredients, healthy fats. There's no refined sugars or artificial sweeteners, no refined seed oils. And their meals are always fresh. They are not frozen. They're all ready in 2 minutes, without prep, without cleanup, for the nights when you need to take a breath. We all need a few nights off here and there, and Factor can help us get that. Head to factormeals.com/buffering50off. That's buffering50off, and use code buffering50off to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for a year. Make healthier eating easier with Factor.
Ew. I do like the idea that if you light a candle, turn out the light, and look into your bathroom mirror and say boobs 3 times, I will appear in the mirror. Is this where one of us has to, one of us is forced to say booby Mary?
Well, you did it. Thank you. Thank you for taking the hit on that.
I know, and I want to be clear that I didn't like doing it, but that I felt it had to be done, and I had what it takes to do what needed to be done. I'm still thinking about
the fact that in the shared pair of feet, I can't even do that because I'm in the back. I don't even get to look at the mirror. You know what I mean? I'm just stuck behind Jenny.
What if...
What if we were both diagonal?
Yeah, what if we were sideways?
Like we balanced each other? Like
yeah,
we
kept and we were like,
yeah, great, perfect. The only other thing I have been watching Fallout, but that's a different podcast for a different time.
Yes, totally.
And we're about to watch. I'm trying to look for the title of this. I've been paying closer attention to Meg Stalter, who I love. Did you watch Hacks, Jenny? Did you ever watch Hacks?
Yes.
Oh, so fucking good on so many levels. And
who does she play?
Oh, Meg Stalter is the assistant to the agent.
Well, they're actually partners now.
Oh, sorry. Yes. But that's where I met her. And I mean, if you've seen Hacks, you know, like it was an incredible performance in every way. But more recently, she's been posting some, I think, very powerful content on Instagram, tangentially to like Minneapolis and everything that's happening here in the United States. And the first thing was about TikTok and everything that's going on with TikTok and like telling people how to delete TikTok. The second thing, and I didn't know that she was religious, but the second thing is that she was talking about the fact that like she is somebody who like loves God and loves Jesus and has for, you know, this long and what have you, and talking about her feelings about what's happening right now in this country specifically when it comes to folks who are, you know, followers of God or followers of Jesus. And I thought it was just really powerful because you especially don't see a lot of folks in Hollywood who say very publicly, like, I am queer and I love Jesus. Like, those are not two things that often go together out loud because there's stigmas on so many levels. Anyway, I just found it very vulnerable and very powerful. And so I realized I wasn't following her on Instagram, and I followed her. And then I learned she was in this movie called Too Much. And I'm so excited to watch it because it looks amazing. And the performance looks akin to what she brought us in Hacks. So those are my 2 pennies.
I love your pennies.
Thank you, Jenny.
I wish I could say that I was ever going to watch anything besides Survivor, but it's not allowed.
Tonight we're watching Waiting for Guffman to celebrate the late and great Catherine O'Hara.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Just what the fuck? That was a what the fuck. I genuinely thought that what my sister sent me was AI. I was like, this is not real. This can't be fucking real.
That sucks.
So we will be watching. We could pick so many things to watch, but Waiting for Guffman was my pick because Avanti hasn't seen it. So
wow,
she's going to get a real treat. Anyway, okay, do you want to hear what Dawn was doing or do you want to do some more emails? How are you feeling?
Why don't you tell me what Dawn was doing? Then why don't you read me an email? And then why don't I ask you a question?
Oh, yeah, you still haven't asked me a question. Okay, first question. What was Dawn doing? Hit it, bitch.
Was she at the mall? Was she at ballet? Was she drawn on a trapper keeper all day? Was she nursing a crush on a boy from PE? Was she writing it all down in her diary? What was Dawn doing? What was Dawn doing? What was Dawn doing? What was Dawn doing?
Jenny, I want you to know that we played the Charles Gunn jingle in the last episode, I think in phases, and I haven't heard it in so long, and I think it might be one of my favorite jingles of all time. And because I just re-listened to it, now when I say hit it, bitch, I just hear the into that jingle. Anyway, it's a good one. You should check it out. If you didn't listen to Phases, who would have anticipated the Charles Gunn jingle in Phases? But it's there. Dawn wasn't sure what she expected, but it wasn't this. Cynthia, the quiet girl from homeroom. The witch from Halloween. Confusion, anger, and embarrassment crash together as Cynthia blurts out an explanation with all the breathless panic of an overwhelmed fifth grader. She just moved to Sunnydale. Weird things keep happening. Girls vanishing into thin air. Nightmares coming true. A high school with a terrifying mortality rate, though lower than average this year. She's been scared. She saw Dawn fight and protect people on Halloween. She saw Dawn drop the journal on the porch. She panicked and took it. She knew it was wrong, but she needed to know she wasn't crazy. Dawn feels relieved and furious. Someone read her journal. Her private thoughts. It wasn't okay. She tells Cynthia she can't just read her journal and expect it to be fine just because she was scared. She storms off the playground, too angry to hear her out. At home, Buffy isn't there. She's staying at Willow's. No, she's not. In the morning, Buffy rushes in, shaken, asking if Angel came by, and fretfully asks Dawn to tell him she's looking for him if he does. That night, Buffy comes home late and goes straight to her room, door slamming shut. Dawn hears her sobbing. She sits outside Buffy's door, organizing her trapper keeper until she's too tired to stay awake, leaving a pile of stuffed animals on guard before heading to bed. After Buffy storms out for school the next morning, Dawn announces to Joyce that she's baking Buffy a birthday cake. Joyce quietly plans backup cupcakes. When Buffy comes home dejected and exhausted, Dawn decides 2 different box cake mixes are better than one and dumps them both into a single bowl before realizing they're out of eggs. bad eggs. She shrugs and bakes it anyway. In the final shot, Dawn loads plates of lumpy, variety-flavored birthday cake in the kitchen while Joyce sets out cupcakes for herself and Buffy, who wait on the couch for Dawn to celebrate Buffy's 17th birthday. That's what Dawn was doing.
Oh.
We love Dawn. Remember how I've famously always loved Dawn?
All right.
Okay, I promised everybody vampire hair last time, so I'm going to make good on my promise. This email is from Rachel, listening to your latest Watcher's Diary. You talk about how one of the comics proves that vampire hair doesn't grow, but the show itself contradicts this. Exhibit A, Liam, 1753, before being turned, long hair, no facial hair. Exhibit B, Angelus in the Amends flashback, 1838, hair still long, added mustache, which suggests that after being turned, he was able to grow it. Arguably, it could be a fake one, but why on earth would he do that? Would be a weird move even for this guy. Exhibit C, Angel in 1952. Pretty much the look we know and love, but without the iconic spiky bits. Clearly, sometime since regaining a soul, Angel has taken the plunge and had a haircut. But Exhibit D, another iconic Angel look now in the 1970s. You're telling me his hair hasn't grown? Again, it could be a wig. I mean, in reality, it's obviously a wig. But in universe, why would a depressed vampire, or anyone at all for that matter, willingly choose to put that on their head when they have hair like Exhibit C underneath? And finally, Exhibit E for further proof, not the clearest image. Oh, because I didn't tell you, but Rachel has attached images to all of these exhibits.
Incredible.
But this is Angel in 1996, right before we meet him in season 1 when he's eating rats on the streets. He definitely doesn't have time to mess around with hair extensions or wigs. This has to be his real hair, and it's very clearly longer than it was in the 50s. In conclusion, irrefutable proof that vampire hair
his hair in the 50s?
grow.
His whole look? Woo, woo, woo. Yow.
So there you have it, vampire hair.
50% of my brain was busy while you were running all of that down, thinking about, here's how it went. You got to his second hairstyle, amends, right? Flashback. And I was thinking immediately of his diddly eye potatoes. Be of good cheer. It's Christmas. And then I was thinking about how Aldrich it's the end of January. It's the last day of January right now as we're taping. And since about the first day of December, at least once a day, Aldrich has said, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Which doesn't really feel that far away from how Liam says Christmas in Amends.
Probably also not that far away from how Angelus would say Christmas with his fangs out.
Sorry, that's what I meant. How Angelus says it to Daniel when he says, be of good cheer, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Sorry, it's Muddy Christmas.
Muddy Christmas is Aldrich?
Muddy Christmas, yeah.
Oh, buddy.
I love him.
Okay, Jenny, ask me your question, and then we'll see where we're at.
Okay, it's a yes or no question, but you can ask follow-up questions if you need to. Do you think, should I write a musical?
Yes.
Should I just write a whole fucking musical? I'm already halfway there.
You already did, but yes, you should write a musical.
Oh, God.
Why?
Fine.
What is bringing this up for you?
I think my internal compass is like a little compromised right now, and I feel a little uncertain about what my precise purpose is at this moment in my life. As you know, I've made some records, and that feels like the core. Making songs and stuff feels like my sun sign. Feels like my core and the structure of me and everything. But then we've been making this podcast for nearly a decade.
Unbelievable.
Nearly 10 years I've been a podcaster. And then nearly a year I've been a published author. And some other things, new categories are on the horizon that will probably be sayable with confidence by the end of 2026. And I was just like, should I just do it?
Why not? That's how I feel. I think that you would write a very fucking cool musical, I think that the musical genre could stand to use more folks who are coming from your musical writing vantage point, because I think that there are a lot of folks writing musicals in ways that we expect. And that's not true of all musicals, obviously. There have been some fucking bangers. But I think that you would, I imagine that your musical would be a bit dark. And I imagine it would be there would be at least 3 to 4 How Dare songs. And
that would be nice.
Yeah.
I do like daring. Well, maybe I'll just write it and then see what happens.
I love that idea. I think the people are going to flood my email inbox with tell Jenny to please write a fucking musical emails.
It's your email inbox.
Yeah, it's mine now. Statute of limitations. What do you...
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, that. 10 fucking years. Nearly 10 fucking years.
Can you believe it?
I can't. I really genuinely can't. I can believe that almost as little as I can believe how much snow is in my fucking yard.
Like, what is its fucking plan?
It is absolutely...
Go away.
It is truly unprecedented. Maybe it's precedented in how much has fallen. I will say that.
If it snows again, if we get a significant snow again, I'm not going to have anywhere to put the snow that I will have to shovel out of my driveway.
Truly.
I can't reach the top of the mountain that goes around my driveway right now from the previous shovelings.
We have 2 cars, not to brag, but the The one car we shoveled out in the beginning of the shoveling. But like this is a snow. If you're unfamiliar, upstate New York, where I live in upstate New York, we got 20 plus inches of snow in, 24 hours or whatever. So the shoveling took on many forms. And the minivan remained ensconced in snow for days because it was just like nobody had the fucking energy to dig it out. And there was too much else to do. When 2 days ago, I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to finally fucking take the snow off this minivan. I was like, I think that the amount of snow that I have taken off of this minivan is more snow than I've ever previously removed from the entire driveway. It's just so much snow.
Yeah, it's pretty wacky.
Anyway,
out there.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I have some really cool thoughts from folks on the Angelus Liam Angel of it all, but I'm going to save them.
Okay.
I'm going to save them for a future Watcher's Diary. We still need to know what Dawn was doing in phases. So, at some point, there will have to be a catch-up Watcher's Diary so that we can sink ourselves back in with the run of the show. I did want to say, Jenny, that obviously we are here to give you as much of a hour to 2 hour reprieve from the horrors, the actual literal horrors happening here and elsewhere. But I talked a little bit about ICE being in Minneapolis and everything in our last episode. And someone from Minneapolis wrote in and would like to remain unnamed for reasons that are increasingly very understanding, to say, as a very proud and very scared/angry Twin Cities residents, I wanted to thank you for talking about the occupation during your Watcher's Diary for Surprise. It helps me feel a little less isolated. And then said, would you be willing to share a couple of links with the buffering community? These are blog posts. Yes. Short answer, yes. Blog posts by a Minnesota author who's put together amazing roundups. And what's incredible about these links, which are in today's show notes, is that it's a how to help for Twin Cities residents and then a how to help if you're outside of Minnesota. And they also say, it's important that people outside of Minnesota know what's going on and make some noise. The article for people outside Minnesota has tips for how to prepare your community for when your home city/state is targeted. Fingers crossed that you never need it. So links in the show notes. We're doing our best to be a reprieve, be a breath in what's going on. And we're also doing our best to get up in the morning and take a fucking shower and whatever. So
it's just so, I don't even know what to say. Things are just unbelievably fucked up. And I say that from
yeah,
I'm over here. I'm not in some places that have been truly ravaged.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's just bad. Ice has been in Maine the past couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of activity over here.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, nothing so violent as what has occurred in the Twin Cities.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just,
it's so fucked.
I mean, at this point in the sort of technological and communications place that we are in, we are a global society. So although I do not live in the Twin Cities, I feel like we are all directly connected, and that the truly abominable actions of morally bankrupt individuals and organizations are just, you wake up in the morning and you're like, fuck, how? Sorry. We, as you mentioned, are trying to provide entertainment, levity, a place that you can come with your ears to hang out.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I think that because I talk about obviously I think for most of us this is a big drum line inside of our beings at this point. This recording for this Watcher's Diary was supposed to happen on Thursday. It is Saturday, and Jenny and I are recording it on Saturday because I could not get myself up to get to the microphone on Thursday. I could not do it like this. And this is not, I'm just echoing the very large chorus. There are days when we just fucking can. And I talk about it. I talk about it with my therapist. I'm lucky enough to be in therapy and I'm trying to process it there. And I really have been like, it's like so many of us, like, what the fuck do I do? What can I do? Can I do anything? Whatever. We've talked about it before, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again. But I really do hold tightly to the fact that we can't sit in this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We can't. I mean, we literally won't survive. And we need to be able, like the moment when this podcast began and Jenny accidentally said that we shared a pair of feet, like that way, like the way that my physical being, my cells in my body felt laughing at that. Laughing when I remember you saying that you read some fucking reports on the most recent podcast.
I've read a lot of reports since that taping too. Like the reports have been coming in nonstop.
It's just and loving a television show, characters, etc. together. It's critical. I think it's critical, and so we took more of a corner, I think, here in the Watcher's Diary to talk directly about this than we anticipated. Yeah. But know that we're fucking here, just absolutely devastated and wanting to be able to laugh together with all of you, because it is actually very important right now, in addition to everything else.
It is so hard to not feel so incredibly small.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, I have been feeling a lot of gratitude for this podcast, for our listeners, and if I'm absolutely if my arm is twisted, to say also for Kristin, I guess.
It's really easy to twist your arm from behind you there. With this shared pair of feet.
Imagine if this was the punishment. If you can get divorced, it's legal, but for the rest of your life you'll be connected by a shared pair of feet.
It's actually the new terms and conditions. That was the new terms and conditions on TikTok. It was actually just you have to share a pair of feet with your ex-wife.
Wow, that reminds me of, did you ever see the South Park episode? Did we perhaps watch it together?
Human eye centipede? Of course, I think about it constantly.
Human scent iPad.
iPad. That's what I meant.
Centipede, you fucking maniac.
I got the eye.
For anyone who's never seen it, if you're familiar with the basic concept of South Park and the basic concept of human centipede and the basic concept of Apple and every other, just literally everything, all you do all fucking day is be like, I accept the terms and conditions because I'm not going to read 60 pages of whatever the fuck Apple just sent me so that I can update my phone, for fuck's sake. Within this episode, the terms and conditions actually that you agree to are that you will allow yourself to be put into a human centipad. Just like I think an iPad at the front and then 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, it's like mouth to butt, mouth. In case you don't know how the human centipede works.
To mouth to butt to mouth to butt.
Yep.
Kill me. And what's really great is that the sort of refrain every time someone like who has opted into this without reading the things and then like tries to be like, what the fuck do you mean you're gonna put me in a human centipede? You can't do that. And they're like, what? You agreed to the terms and conditions. And then they're like, I didn't read that shit. And they're like, oh, you signed something or agreed to something without reading it, which is like how we all should feel. Yeah. But we've been worn down and conditioned to just be like, oh, fucking whatever. I'm just trying to get through my day.
It's Kyle, right? Kyle is like, Kyle read it. It's like I feel like one of them, and it has to be Kyle, is like, of course I read it. I read it every time. He's like the only one who didn't agree to become a human centipede. Anyway, on that note, wow, what a journey from shared feet with the image of the human mouth centipede to mouth to butt. A Watcher's Diary for the books.
Oh, well, I prefer mouth to mic to
ear,
podcatcher to ear.
Okay, great, perfect.
That's the human centipede I can get along with.
Okay. No pet sounds for today, but don't worry because we'll have a Watcher's Diary extra at some point in the next 5 years.
Yeah. And in the meantime, you can just go watch the music video for Charlie XCX Von Dutch.
Yeah. And make up lyrics for your pet to the tune of that, and then Jenny will get to sing it.
Yes. All Charlie XCX pet sounds will receive priority treatment. Maybe I should just make you watch a different Charlie XCX music video because there are a lot of them and they're all like really, really great. And I love her so much, and it's so nice to like something in this moment when it's really just hard to feel good about anything. Okay.
Yeah, great. All
right, until everyone. Next time. Ah woo.
Ah woo. We don't ah woo at the end of a Watcher's Diary.
We do today.
We do today. Ah fucking woo.
Okay.
Bye.
From the parents behind Law & Order comes a mystery the whole family can enjoy. Patrick Picklebottom Everyday Mysteries. Step into the whimsical world of Patrick Picklebottom, a precocious 11-year-old with a love for reading and an uncanny ability to solve mysteries. Inspired by the beloved children's book of the same name, this podcast vividly brings Patrick's tales of deduction and everyday adventures to life as he unravels baffling enigmas and solves clever cases. Patrick Picklebottom Everyday Mysteries is perfect for kids and is just as entertaining for grown-ups who love a good mystery. The whole family can listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
From the darkest corners of our imagination comes a game show that's more ridiculous than terrifying. Welcome to Tickled to Death, the horror comedy game show where nothing is sacred, everything's a little unhinged, and the only thing more cursed than the questions are the jokes. I'm Roz Hernandez, your fearless host, and each week I'll be leading a brave group of guests through twisted horror trivia, improv games, and enough sarcastic banter to make you question all your life's choices. So come for the screams, stay for the snark. Listen to Tickled to Death wherever you get your podcasts, and hit follow unless you want the show to follow you. In the meantime, don't get tickled to death.